Absolutely, Della. Well, do you know what ski instructors call the snow? They call it money from the sky. All right, here we go. Dante is going to be making his Monday morning debut here, folks. He's going to be coming out this door right here. Ah, there he goes. We just had a chance a few minutes ago. There's Dante. Good morning, Dante. Not only did the New Jersey Youth Corps help pack up meals for seniors who lost electricity, they also helped clean up Asbury Park and other communities who were hit hard by Irene. These 200 soldiers will arrive in Iraq on Tuesday. From there, they'll prepare for the unique mission of handing over supply and support operations to Iraqi forces. Hey, Eric, the second bear hunt in 6 years began at dawn today. We're here at one of the busier way stations. Right over there in that garage is where they're bringing the bears in. And as you can imagine, this is pitting a lot of animal rights activists against hunters. As far as the protesters, we've seen quite a few up on the road so far. A couple people are even honking their horns in favor of what they're doing. They say they will remain here with or without permits, and they don't care if there's any arrests made. Here in Franklin, Mia Toski, News 12, New Jersey. Back to you in the studio, Eric. Well, Eric, I got to tell you, it smells almost like something rotting, and it's not just Bergen Street, it's street after street here in Patterson. Now, I've got a mask here. I got to tell you, you really need it here. It's not just the smell, though, that has folks here worried. It's also what might be behind that smell, and a lot of folks say they're worried about their health. Belongings piled high in front of flooded-out homes, cars covered in soot and mud, roads that could belong in third-world countries. Behind each image here in Patterson is also the face of desperation.
Smell that I can't explain. It just made you nauseous.
More than 2 weeks have passed since Irene's rains flooded the Passaic River and covered these city streets. But now there are mounting worries about the sights and smells here.
We have to use rubber gloves and regular gloves when we're cleaning up all the product and stuff. They said don't touch anything with your bare hands.
People with breathing problems and things like that, they have to have it. They're gonna have to wear masks and stuff until they can get the streets actually cleaned up.
The cleanup continues, but there is still so much to do. Sanitation crews work four-man teams 24/7, wearing masks to protect them from the strong smells.
12 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's trying to get the job done.
One concern is some weary residents like Keisha Robertson have just returned home. All of her mold-covered belongings and her newborns were tossed to the curb only today.
Her crib, so have to put all of that stuff out, stuff that she's never worn, and none of it is covered by insurance.
With all the heartbreaking stories, city residents say the last thing they need is to worry about the health of their families.
The rats is about big as the cats out here, and this garbage is not making it worse. That's what they're attracting them.
The smell on the street is unbelievable.
And you can see just how high these piles are behind me. Piles of cherished belongings, we might add. Now, we're told one of the problems is that a lot of folks are just returning home, so as soon as they come back, they put a pile to the curb and it replaces the one that the sanitations just took away. Now, we did speak to sanitation workers. They say they'll take everything from appliances to furniture. Now, as far as the health of the air and the quality of the air, we did call City Hall several times today. Our calls were not returned. Here in Patterson, Mia Toski, News 12, New Jersey. Back to you guys in the studio.
Yeah, Mia, your heart goes out to all those residents who have to deal with this, and you have a lot of respect for the sanitation workers whose job it is to clean all of that up. Mia, thank you.
Seniors at Hudson Manor and Freehold were especially grateful Wednesday. For the first time in 82 hours, they had a warm meal.
We didn't have anything. I was just going to have a banana and an apple for lunch, and then they called up and said, come downstairs and have a hot meal.
That hot meal was delivered by volunteers from the New Jersey Youth Corps. It was a day to honor and thank soldiers at McGuire Fort Dix Sunday as hundreds prepared for deployment.
Overwhelmed. I don't want him to go, but he has to.
For Julia Meza, there are two farewells. Her uncle and father are both being deployed. Brothers Carlos from Old Bridge and Mario from Howell are part of the 77th Infantry Division, the largest and last Army Reserve Brigade to serve in Iraq.
Who's ready to go skiing?
Hundreds of skiers were ready to hit the slopes thanks to some great winter weather from Mother Nature Friday.
I've been a ski instructor here for about 17 years, and I think this is one of the best seasons we've had, if not the best, yeah. So far, yep.
While many blasted the major snowstorm in December, it helped pave the way to one of the best starts to ski season in the state.
The snow that we had just over the Christmas break really helped to get more trails open than we would normally have open at this time, and the second storm right now is even better.
Better for skiers and better for the economy. This is big business. Camp Mawa employs 540 people. Meet Tammy, a wild turkey who makes her home in New Jersey. But on exit 14B on the turnpike,
she gets up in the morning when the sun comes up and she comes across the lanes.
Robin Barner works for the Turnpike Authority and has never seen a jaywalker like this in her 30 years.
She's feisty, but she's a good bird.
The rare bird stares down semis, sleeps on the hoods of cars, and is seen regularly eating her favorite snack, Cracker Jacks. So how long has she been here?
The turkey, like a year. Almost, yeah, walking around all over.
Tammy here? She's fearless. Not only does she weave in and out of traffic on one of the busiest stretches of highway in the state, but she's also doing it 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. Even though she obeys most of the rules and doesn't henpeck the toll collectors, some people are crying foul.
I come through this toll booth every day, 5 days a week, and I see the turkey sometimes 2, 3 times a week.
That's because the highway mascot now has regular visitors who stop and go bird watching. Some even take pictures, and that's become a real nuisance for drivers.
Tammy's going to have her own reality show, and we're still going to be out here collecting tolls.
Fearing someone could get hurt, there are now plans to relocate Tammy, but until they do, watch out. How much do you think she owes you in tolls?
For her, nothing. The turnpike can write it off.
At exit 14B with the state's most notorious toll violator, I'm Mia TOSCHI, News 12, New Jersey.